Welcome to Nerd Territory. My name is Shako and thank you for watching. Since you clicked on this video, you will be watching my reaction to Invincible Season 1, Episode 4, and hopefully you will stay tuned for the upcoming episodes. Thank you in advance. Well, I'm officially on Episode 4 of Invincible, which I'm about to watch. Before that, I am gonna go ahead and discuss some stuff from episode 3, some notes first of all that I wrote down, and then I will quickly go and watch episode 4. But first things first, I'm gonna go to my notes. Let's see what I wrote down from episode 3. So I wrote down War Woman. This is the name of Wonder Woman. I wrote down Aquarius. This is the name of the fish guy, as I understand. And I wrote down Martian Man. I think this is a superhero which could stretch very thin or whatever it was. And I think right now we already know all the names of Guardians of the Globe. RIP to all of them. I don't know, maybe it's gonna be relevant in some case. Maybe there is going to be some flashbacks. But still I'm keeping an eye on their name mentions especially. So we have Immortal, which is guy with a beard. We have War Woman, this is Wonder Woman. We have Red Rush, it's Flash. We have Darkwing, it's Batman basically. Then we have this Aquarius, the fish guy. We have Martian Man, this is I think the guy who could stretch, and Omni-Man mentioned in the third episode he was banished from his own planet, which is Mars. And then there was who else? Green Ghost, who had very cool powers. She could become non-physical basically. This was one of her powers, as I understood. I did not see any other powers she might have had. Another thing I wrote down is Black Samson. This is the guy who is now part of the new Guardians of the Globe that Robot created. And one interesting thing about this guy was that he was originally part of Guardians of the Globe, but then he lost his powers, therefore he was kicked out, or maybe he left himself because he did not have any powers anymore. Guy seems cool. Maybe we will learn about this in more details if the character is important. For now, Black Samson got introduced in just the third episode, so I cannot say how important this character is for the story. It was the same with Atom Eve or Robot, Rex, Duplicate, and then episode 3 gave me more ideas of where these characters are going and who is important, who is not, and it seems Atom Eve and Robot are gonna be more important for the story rather than Duplicate or Rex. But I could not say anything about the newest characters from episode 3. I think I need one more episode to understand what is the importance of their characters. But yeah, this Black Samson guy seems interesting. He has the interesting past that the show could follow potentially, so there is a potential there for the character to become more important. But right now he seems cool, he seems alright, but nothing else. Who else? Shrinking Ray, I wrote down. I loved this character. I loved her powers. It's basically Ant-Man but a woman, and she can shrink. She had some good points about teamwork. She went inside this monkey's ear and make him puke and lost consciousness. Her powers so far seem very cool. I hope that we will get to see more of her as well. Her introducing episode was also third episode, just like Black Samson. So for me to kind of go to the conclusion where her character is going, if she's gonna be important or not, I need maybe two more episodes to see how much more they're gonna show of her basically. Then there was this monster girl. She had, I think, from the new characters that got introduced in episode 3, she had the most screen time. So she had this kind of beef with Rex. She burned him. It was hilarious about his big size or whatever. Like, it was amazing. We saw her powers in action. She transports basically into Hulk-like being. And then she's basically a man. She has man voice. But then later in the episode we learned that every time she transforms, she loses her age, and actually she is 24, even though she does not look like it, because of using her powers. There was this kind of deep conversation between her and Robot, where Robot was like, yeah, I understand the pain of, world seeing you one way while you are something else or something like this. And Monster Girl was like, but how do you know you are just a robot? So Monster Girl, right away, we got to know a little bit more about her powers rather than the others, and a little bit lore about her, plus this scene with Robot. So Monster Girl, right away, I still need a couple of more episodes to understand the importance of her character as well, but she seems right away more important rather than Black Samson or Shrinking Ray. These three are the other two we got to know. And also I think the part of New Guardians of the Globe, also there is Duplicate and Rex. I think these five and Robot, these six are, I think, the New Guardians of the Globe. Eve declined because of what happened. Rex basically cheated with Duplicate, but I think that story, yeah, is kinda important for Eve, but I think it was just for her to get away from Rex. Rex, I like the guy, he's hilarious, but he is not the guy you would want to date, basically. Like, he has a lot of growing up to do, which I'm hoping we are gonna get that storyline with Rex. But yeah, because of that, Eve did not join the Guardians of the Globe. If you ask me, that's not what I would have done, because I would not let anyone influence my life decisions, especially something as important as being part of the Guardians of the Globe. And Eve, I can see cares about her job, she likes being a superhero, so to say no to Guardians of the Globe because of her ex-boyfriend and the friend, maybe ex-friend, like, I mean, I guess if Kate and Harry are friends, they cannot be anymore because of what happened, right? But yeah, I would not say no, but I guess she feels that way. It's okay as well, and I guess her story is gonna go more individual superhero kind of a way. Or maybe we also got to mention that Mark is not joining. He prefers to stay at home and train with his dad and work individually as well. So maybe Mark and Eve are gonna team up. That would be so cool. And that brings me to another subject which pains me. I want Eve and Mark to be together, but in the third episode we saw the development of Mark and Amber. It went quite well, even though Mark basically ditched her for about an hour in the first date. Still, they made it up, and at the last scene when Eve dumps Rex finally, I think for the last time, when he makes this fireworks and Eve says, no, I cannot be with you, she comes to Mark and sees that Mark and Amber are kissing on the bed, which was like, it was like a knife to her heart, because I feel like Mark and Eve are a more suitable couple rather than Mark and Amber, even though I have no problems with Amber. That sucked. I wanted Mark and Eve to be together, but maybe in the future, who knows. Then other thing I wrote down is Doc Seismic. This was a guy Eve and Mark fought. He had quite interesting comments about the Mount Rushmore monument and the presidents that are there, about gender roles, whatever. Like, it was funny. A fight scene was good. He killed it as always. I think this was the main fight scene of the third episode. It was not something big. They beat him very easily, if you ask me, and then they were trying to save him, but he decided to kill himself, I guess. Then I wrote down Kaiju. So this is very interesting as well. This is a monster that Omni-Man had some trouble defeating, which then Cecil told this guy with the glasses, never seemed to remember his name right away, Donald. Cecil told Donald to take it, which means that you never know when we are gonna need it to kill Omni-Man or to help us to kill Omni-Man somehow. Like, that's what I got from this conversation, which means that my prediction from episode 2, when I said that Cecil most probably knows it was Omni-Man but is stalling and is trying to figure out some ways how to defeat him, if push comes to shove. I think that's what's happening. Episode 3 also reinforced that idea for me. I didn't think Cecil would be so stupid and really so narrow-minded not to even think about the idea of Omni-Man killing all of the other heroes. Cecil does not seem like a dumb guy. After all, he's like a director of this Global Defense GDA, Global Defense Agency, I think. So yeah, it seems like they are trying to figure out some ways how Omni-Man could get hurt and how they can defeat him if it comes to that. Another thing I wrote down is Darkblood is trying to save his soul. So when Darkblood visited Debbie, it was like, why do you care anyways? And Darkblood was like, I am trying to find justice for others to save my own soul. That's such an interesting thing. So he's a demon from the hell. So in this universe, hell exists basically. And he's trying to save his own soul. I want to know so much more about this character. This character seems so cool. Also, how he had huge balls to go against Omni-Man in that conversation and insinuate that he thinks Omni-Man is the killer of the Guardians of the Globe. It was insane. Then he went to his home, talked to his wife. It's amazing. I love this character. I hope we get to know more about this character. What else? I think this was my last note, but what else was there in the episode that I did not discuss? I think I discussed everything in the previous video of mine in the discussion of episode 3. I like so far whatever the show is doing. I like where it's going. I like how they don't abandon any stories. Mauler twins. Speaking of Mauler twins came back. Robot released them. I already spoke about this in the previous video, so I'm not gonna speak about this too much, but yeah, it's interesting where Mauler twin story is going and where Robot story is going. So you know what, without any further ado, let's just do the standard procedure. First of all, please subscribe to my channel. This will help me a lot. It does not cost you anything at all, and I will be very grateful, sending you good vibes, and hopefully those good vibes, grateful energies will help you in your life. Also, if you like my content, please click on that like button, and if you have anything to say whatsoever, comment down below on the video. Let's discuss anything. This will help to boost my YouTube algorithm. Plus, down below in the description of this video, there is the link to my Patreon channel. If you hopefully cannot wait to see my videos, you can go ahead and subscribe my Patreon channel and support me that way. You will have access to my reactions earlier than the YouTube does. There is a tier that gives you access 1 week early, 2 weeks early, and 3 weeks early. So you can try to support channel that way and have access of my videos weeks ahead rather than you would have on YouTube. That being said, now let's go ahead and watch Invincible Season 1, Episode 4. Let's go. Master.
Once again teach this world what it means to truly suffer.
Is this some kind of a mommy? Hello, Master. Why would you? Yeah, I don't think so. Nobody's coming there to Kahor. Why would you do that? Why would you resurrect something like that? What just happened? Oh, they are in the same desert. Not desert, desert. Don't mind my accent and pronunciation, please. Of course you have to exercise, Mark. What the hell? He still struggles to fly and he's like, I cannot believe I still need to exercise. Oh, Mark. Oh, there is a climate.
Sorry. It's okay. I'm in.
Oh, I'm invincible, and here is the intro with more blood. Like, what does that mean? Why there is more blood? Each episode, there is more blood on the logo. And why are you so evil?
That's why you're here.
Maybe he ran from Wiltram from being a psychopath and is hiding on
World
Earth?
Betterment Committee? Yeah, I know. But that's still
World
not a reason.
Betterment Committee.
Well,
He's part.
when your grandparents died, I was lost.
Oh. Okay, interesting lore.
Coming here felt like a chance to build
Mm.
something new.
You mean, like, with Mom?
Yeah, your mom changed everything. She turned this place from a job to a home. And you came
Interesting.
changed it all again.
I feel like he is a runaway from Wiltshire. I feel like he
Keeping
might
the
be
universe safe. Living up to our people's
a
heritage.
criminal, maybe, and who is hiding on Earth
That's what I'm trying to teach you.
from all the Wiltshire people.
I get that.
Olga, no Olga.
Oh, this is Red Rush's girlfriend. Is she gonna be a character?
No different. Cecil's searching for
Is Olga from
no one is in jail.
Russia?
No one is on the news. They know who did this and they don't care.
Why wouldn't they?
Oh wow.
But I can tell when people are lying. And people are lying about this. Which is why I'm moving back to Moscow.
Yeah, she's from Russia.
You can help me sell my house.
Yeah, my
absolutely.
country and Russia does not have the best history with each other. Like, we are occupied by Russia.
Lie to you?
Part of our lands are occupied by Russia.
But I only made the mistake of believing him once. When he told me everything was going to be fine.
Oh wow. And Debbie is asking good questions. And this Olga, like, she seems like a very wise woman. And this sentence was quite a good one. I only made one mistake, she said. True, when I trusted him, when he told me everything was gonna be alright. Okay, Debbie is starting to get more and more suspicious. I'm saying, okay, private browsing. Oh, she's looking about Dark Blood. I feel like Debbie is finally catching up.
Right? I ate way too many.
But what's gonna happen when she will,
What were you doing then?
when she catches up?
It was one of those.
Like, what's gonna happen then?
And it just made me realize that we're in a total bubble that keeps us from seeing what the world's actually like. How about you? You done
Not
anything?
Mark. Yeah, he
I've
has done
been
some
to
flying.
Maldives.
What? You're kidding.
No, I visited with my dad. A father-son trip thing.
That's unbelievable. How did you like Nepal? Or did you
Just now.
Wow, those are cool.
They're called
Mark,
balls.
he
These
tried to show off right
I
now,
was bringing
and
home from the
then
Philippines, but they
when
don't exactly fit in a
the
pack.
questions came from Amber, obvious questions, logical questions, he was
Oh
like,
my god, look at how cute those are.
Those are rice separators.
And so reasonably priced.
A house.
oh my god, I love this interaction between Darkblood and
Maybe it
Nolan.
was you.
You murdered 7 people.
You started with the Guardians. You're the demon, after all. Then demons know evil when they see it.
Oh my god, I love Darkblood more and more and more.
Kill me. I won't have to. Who do you think they're gonna believe? Me or you?
Oh, that's maybe and probably true.
Won't give up, Nolan. Can't hide truth.
I like him so much.
How long until Sun does too?
And the way he is talking, it's just so cool for me. And he's getting to Nolan so well that, like, I love this character right now. This is their cell, like the blue one. It's so cute. What he's doing? Is he making another clone of himself? He said I can always make one when he murdered his brother. Yeah, he is.
Whoa, were you napping? I was defragmenting.
And Rabat is watching all of it.
Welcome to our new digs, baby.
I can't believe I'm actually here.
Oh, I think this is a space where Nolan murdered all of the Guardians of the Globe.
Cecil? You missed a spot?
You missed a spot? Oh.
There's a reminder. When you prove yourselves worthy of the heroes who came before you, it'll get cleaned off.
Oh my god, Cecil. This is the blood of Guardians. Cecil is cold, like,
We'll talk later.
wow. Kate was like,
Oh, you mean after you knocked out 3 of my teeth and gave me a concussion in front of the entire
which you deserved.
You did.
I like you, Rex.
Yeah.
Is exactly Monster Girl.
All those other heroes, total assholes anyway.
Huge assholes, right?
Oh yeah, gaping, dirty.
Ah.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, they are developing some kind of a
Rex, please do not allow your personal and professional
relationship.
alienating Adam Eve was the direct result of your lapse in judgment. Do not repeat it with Monster Girl.
Tell you
Oh my god.
Fair robot, you can tell me how to swing mine.
This isn't relationship advice, Rex. This is an order.
What are you, crazy, man? She looks like she's 14. Besides, now that I'm a guardian, I can bang anyone I want.
Oh my god,
I'm glad we
Rex.
have an understanding.
Ow! What the hell?
What Robot just did to Rex?
All night.
You're one to talk. Where were you?
He took some kind of a
Usual teaching some
blood, not some kind of a. He took his blood.
go to bed.
That's why I guess Rex was like, ow. Oh my god. Not Rex. Robot is becoming more and more suspicious.
Man on Earth.
But Rex needs some growing up to do.
Did you
Even though I like the
seriously
guy.
say that?
What's going on?
No.
NASA's about to launch the first manned mission to Mars.
Yeah, I saw that. It's cool.
I need your father to shadow
Oh.
the mission. Make sure nothing goes wrong. Only he won't do it. I'm busy training my son, Cecil, and with the Guardians gone, I'm needed here on Earth. If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to get rid of me. It's because of the Guardians massacre that I want you.
Oh my god.
The planet needs a win right now.
He's trying to get rid of him, isn't he, Cecil?
Earth, and I'm not here to save them. I think they're gonna care if the first 4 people to walk on another world end up dying there. My priority is to my family and this planet. End of story.
I guess this is the part where I volunteer.
Okay.
I mean, that's what happened last time you came here asking Dad.
Mark, now you can say to Amber you were to Mars as well with your dad and then explain somehow.
Responsibilities are bigger than 4 astronauts. And Cecil didn't ask you to go, he asked me. If the kid wants to go, you're doing humanity a favor. Debbie, help me out here.
I don't like Mark missing school, but I can't think of a better reason than keeping people safe.
How much school am I really gonna miss? I can zip up to Mars and.
I love Debbie so much. Debbie is rising for me as well, not just Eve and Mark.
You shouldn't be missing school.
It's a 2-week mission.
2 weeks? Dad's right. I'm not ready.
Oh.
Sweetheart, lots of people know how to use your powers, but it's up to you to make these decisions. You need to decide what kind of hero you want to be.
Mark is blessed. He does not know it, but he's blessed to have a Debbie as his mother.
Kid.
Good job, Debbie. Debbie is just...
wanted Nolan off planet.
Debbie is amazing.
Him for the murders without arousing his suspicion. What does sending Mark
Yeah.
A chance to see what this kid can do.
Here, now we are getting directly
If
told.
his heart's in the right place.
And if it isn't?
One nightmare scenario is enough
Oh.
to worry about right now, Donald.
Interesting.
But I.
His heart is in the right place, Cecil Donald, I can promise you.
Is a pain in the ass.
Sure, but it's not like dating Rex worked out.
Yes, give more
Changing the
hints.
subject now.
As much
Ouch.
as I'd love to help with your very special crisis, I've
Give
got my own
more
crisis to work now.
hints, Eve. Oh, Eve is a little bit
You help
upset.
me with my Amber stuff. I'll help you with your Rex stuff.
It's not just Rex, Mark. It's everything. It's my parents and school and
Hmm.
college and I don't know if being a superhero is
Oh my
more
god, she's so
important.
gorgeous.
But what else would you do?
I don't know.
Oh,
That's the problem.
interesting.
I guess if you need anything or want to talk about it, I'm here. After I get
She needs you. She needs you.
Thanks.
All of you.
Look, once you tell someone your secret identity, that's it. So, if you're gonna tell Amber,
She is still helping
you
with
better
Amber.
Be serious about her.
She's
you
such a
serious
good
about her,
person.
Mark?
I like you. Oh, are you serious about her, Mark? Please say no, please say no.
Is this what superpowers are for?
He doesn't understand his responsibilities.
He's 17, Nolan. He hasn't had responsibility.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
You don't
Exactly, thank you, Debbie. And I'm sure he does more than you do.
You've been distant.
Idiot.
Avoided everything. And you've been mean.
I've been under a lot of stress.
You've been talking about home. You never talk about home.
I want Mark to know his people.
I don't even know your people. I've never even met another Viltrumite.
I've told you.
Something is going on there, for sure. He's
from me, and it hurts.
Okay, I'm sorry.
he's looked for sure. The someone or everyone from their planet is looking for him.
And then
Psycho.
you came along. And I love
Oh
you
my god.
and Mark so much. But when I see Mark with his powers,
Do you?
after what happened to the Guardians, I'm terrified I could lose.
What happened to the Guardians was your fault. Nothing would have happened to the Guardians. They would be safe.
Well, Mark's gone.
Wow, he knows how to get through with Debbie.
Remember our first trip together?
Nolan, I told Olga I'd sell her house.
Her house will still be here when we get
Oh
back.
my god.
Hey, you asked me what we do. We do this.
No freaking way. That. Oh, freaking course, Mark. Why would you fall asleep? You were supposed to watch over them.
Julius Caesar, one of Earth's
Is
greatest
is this Italy?
I think Caesar's doing just fine history-wise.
Yeah, I suppose.
God, this takes me back.
His comments are so interesting.
Our first date was
Do you want to
20
be
years
a
ago.
conqueror as well,
Mostly I
Nolan?
remember you dumping me
He mentioned when he destroyed that
Come on, I flew you to Rome.
Yeah, and you expected me to work.
Flaxan's planet.
I was new here.
Ah,
You know what? You only got
interesting.
because I saw you save the
So
day.
Debbie had her character from the beginning.
I'm glad we came.
But you still feel something's wrong.
But that's so interesting. You expected me to worship you
I don't
because
know
you
if it's what
flew
happened
me
to
around or
Guardians
something.
Mark, or if it's just us.
Okay.
But I feel like I'm standing on the edge of a cliff, and I'm the only one of us who can't fly.
I have
Oh wow, that's
About what?
such a nice sentence.
Nolan,
Cecil thinks I had something to do.
Is this a hint that Debbie might die? It would be
you didn't.
awful.
I'm the only
That-
survivor, and I'm not human. And Cecil's never liked me.
Oh, he's opening up a little
Tried.
bit.
This could get bad.
God, what do we do?
We stay together as a family. You, me, and Mark. All you have to do is...
I did not like this sentence from Debbie. If something happens to her, it would be so awful. Like,
Do you trust me, Debbie?
yeah, sure, I can see
Behind you.
Please.
there's a dragon behind you. Exactly.
I trust you.
You freaking sick psycho!
I need to hear you say that.
Okay, now do something.
I'm on vacation with my beautiful wife. But
Oh
Cecil is
my god. Debbie, what else do you need to see? I mean, I understand they've been together for what, for 20 years. It's hard to, look at all the clues around you, but wow, but it would be so bad. Like, just this sentence gave me a little bit of an anxiety that she was like, I feel like we are on the edge of a cliff and I'm about to fall. We are about to fall or something like that, and I'm not the only one who cannot fly. That gave me such an that gave me the feeling that story might be going towards something that I don't want it to go towards too. It's that Debbie might die, and obviously this gives Mark a lot of character development potential. He can develop in so many ways, and the story can be observed after Debbie's death in so many unique ways, through Mark's eyes and even through Nolan's eyes. But it would be such a shame if this woman died. She's just amazing. Debbie, I mean.
You know where they are? And you speak English? We speak Martian.
And you speak English, and he says we speak Martian? What does this allude to? That maybe civilization went from Mars to Earth? So humans are originally from Mars? I don't know, like there is a theory, and conspiracy theorist in me directly jumped in there that they are alluding to this fact.
It's funny.
There is some kind of an interesting theory about this, that we come from Mars, which I don't believe, but it's an interesting theory.
Oh, hey guys.
Yeah.
It was a secret mission.
Oh wow, Mark.
Mistakes were made, but everything's back.
Yeah, you do.
If you don't mind, get out of your hair and maybe keep your little squid dogs under control this time.
The Sequids are the very reason I captured your people. They are a world-destroying race who left a trail of destruction across the universe before crashing onto our planet. Alone, their group mind is scattered and weak, but with an appropriate host, they become unified and unstoppable. Our shape-changing abilities is resistant, but if a single Sequid fuses with one of your people,
that's so cool.
savage Mars, and soon after,
Wow. So they cannot have any human
Earthman.
on the Mars planet.
I'm part Viltrumite. Ever heard of us?
I am the Emperor of Mars. Of course I've heard of you.
Okay, well then you know we like.
Okay, so they are well known,
Which is why
the Viltrumites.
these astronauts. So if you're all good, we'll finish our science and head home.
Impossible. The humans are scheduled for immediate execution. We cannot risk them coming in contact.
Oh my god!
I understand.
Oh wow. Of course. What was that? That guy is right there! Is that... Who is that guy over there? He's already captured by this, whatever, I don't remember the name. What's going on there?
Oh, hey, you're back early. Wow.
How was Mars?
It's so awkward.
Than whatever was happening here.
We'd love to hear more over dinner. We're having chicken.
Oh my god, that's so awkward. Who was that guy? So that guy,
Wait, you were gone?
one of the astronauts,
How was it?
Well, mostly boring.
was down there in the Mars, captured by these mind-controlling beings.
Not sure how grateful they were, but
And there was the same guy on the
Strangely nonsense.
plane,
check it out. I got you something.
and the flag changed or something. Like, who was that guy? Some kind of a shape-shifting alien?
Rock.
Rock?
Oh, shape-shifting. Can Martian people change into any appearance they
Make
want?
sure you never show it to any.
Maybe it was one of the Martians that followed them?
They might tell you something.
Okay, I don't know.
Well, thank you.
But that mind control being just took over the human body. It means they are gonna overpower Mars, destroy maybe Mars, poor Martians.
Guess what Donald found
Wow.
in his office?
And then they are coming for Earth, as the Emperor said. Okay, so one more problem.
The Guardian.
Why Nolan killed the Guardians and how to stop them?
Say I'd see you
He knows, but you could have explained this to him.
waiting for
Why are you... Oh, I don't... Worse place than hell. Interesting. I want to know about all of this stuff in this world. What is hell? What is worse place than hell? Oh, come on. He was trying to save his own soul all this time. Oh, Cecil. I don't like Cecil. He's on my shit list. Are we gonna follow Dark Blood's story maybe in hell? Maybe we're gonna see what's going on in hell?
Not dead. He's just.
That would be so cool.
Isn't that worse?
What is Robot up to? It's... Things are not adding up when it comes to Robot. Like, he's up to... Here is the blood he took from Rex.
Finally.
What is that?
I know.
Phase 1 begins.
everything's fine.
Was it Dark Blood? Oh, I'm so happy. I feel like Dark Blood is coming back. F you, Cecil. Okay, it's over. It's over. Let me digest all of this and we'll be back for the episode discussion. I am back to discuss episode 4 of Invincible. First of all, I'm gonna rate this episode. I'm gonna give this episode 10 out of 10. Once again, I feel like episode done a good job. It followed the previous narratives. It introduced some new narratives, so it was quite good. When it comes to MVP of this episode, it's quite hard. It doesn't feel like anybody stood out that much in this episode, but I feel like once again I'm gonna give it to Debbie. Debbie had some interesting lines, some interesting dialogue with Nolan, and she had a very good line towards Mark about, you know, saving people and protecting people when you have this power. So I feel like once again I'm gonna give Debbie the MVP of the episode. Also, there was some kind of hints regarding Debbie's character, maybe I just took it the wrong way, but I feel like she might be in the danger of dying, which is quite awful if you ask me. I don't want her to die. She's such a great character. All 4 episodes, I cannot find even one thing I did not like about this character. She's growing on me more and more as each episode passes. So you know what, I'm gonna give Debbie the episode MVP. And now let's go and discuss some story points that this episode gave us. First of all, let's start with the obvious one. We went to Mars. It seems like there is the separate civilization here. People live underground. This is where Martian men came from. They all look kind of the same to me. Emperor was saying about these parasite beings that infest your mind, but Martians are able to not be affected by this because of their shape-shifting powers. And Mark did kinda a bad job of protecting the humans he was supposed to protect. One got left behind and got mind controlled by one of these parasites. Now, as it seems, they are gonna destroy Mars and Martians first, and then they are gonna come for the Earth, which is awful. But the guy that was infected or infested by these beings seemed like was on the plane. There were all 4 of them, but it seemed like one of them was some kind of a shapeshifter. This flag shifted and he looked very suspicious. I feel like this is a Martian that followed them in this guy's place. Maybe he shapeshifted, and maybe the Martians can not just shapeshift their own body, but they can change the appearance as well. This is my theory. So there is a new story that just started in this episode about these parasites that infect your mind, that are for sure coming for Earth right now. And also there is another storyline that was added at the start of the episode about this mummy. There was some kind of a name given to this mummy. It was Ka something. and it was resurrected by this idiot guy, and then it seemed like right when this mummy was gonna come out of the hiding place, the stone dropped on him and he was stopped for now. But there is another storyline I guess we are gonna follow maybe in the future. Somehow I guess this mummy is gonna find his way out of this place and be a danger to humanity. What else? Yeah, Amber and Mark are going strong. I think that they suit each other quite well, but still I'm on my mind that Mark and Eve would suit better to each other, so I don't like the couple so much because of Mark and Eve. But if there was no Eve, then I would be on board with their couple. They seem quite cute together. Also, there was a conversation that I wanted to discuss during the episode, but then things will keep happening, so I could not discuss. This was a conversation between Debbie and Nolan, when Nolan mentioned about Julius Caesar. Look at one of the greatest conquerors of the world, reduced to that when somebody was cosplaying Caesar basically. And this gave me like, if you look at it without going deep with it, basically it's just a comment. But if you remember the stuff that happened, I think in episode 2, there was this alien race, Flexens, how Nolan destroyed their planet, and before he started destroying the planet, his sentence was something like this: Earth is not yours to conquer. So maybe Nolan is kind of a radical Viltrumite. I think that's what they are calling themselves, like radical Viltrumite who went bad, and instead of wanting to help planets, he wanted to conquer them. It would explain his psychotic break, maybe, why he killed the Guardians, because then there is no one else that will oppose him, right? And these mentions of, first of all, Earth is not yours to conquer, now about this Julius Caesar, just kind of gives me an idea that maybe he has this ego problem. He wants to be the king or the conqueror or of everything or something like this, probably, or maybe that's why he went from Wiltshire and now is hiding on Earth. My theory, yes, I'm developing a new theory, which I just said, is that he wanted to be a conqueror. He wanted to conquer planets. Of course, Wiltshire opposed him, and then maybe he did something horrible and ran away from there, and now he's hiding on Earth. And I feel like maybe we are gonna get to know other Viltrumites as well. Maybe they are looking for him. Let's see what's gonna happen. But now I feel like Nolan has this ego problem where he wants to be above it all, and he wants to be this greatest conqueror like Julius Caesar maybe. Also, the conversation where Debbie mentioned, I feel like we are standing right next to cliff and we are about to fall, and I'm not the only one who cannot fly. This feels like a horrible foreshadowing that Debbie might die, which is not something that I want to see happen, but I can see how this will help to develop the story of Mark and even Nolan when Debbie dies, because Nolan seems like he loves Debbie. Sometimes it seems like he's faking it, but not fully. I feel like he loves Debbie in his own kind of effed up way. So it would be interesting to see how the storylines of Nolan and Mark would go on if Debbie died for some reason, for one reason or another, which would be a horrible thing. But it just seems like so far Debbie has a good influence, not just on Mark, but on Nolan as well. At least she tries to have a good influence on him and gives him some good lessons, some good points to think about when it comes to raising Mark or just in general. So it would be interesting to see, of course, but it would also be horrible if because of this story kind of developing this way to kill off Debbie. But it gave me this vibe which I did not like. What else happened in this episode? Yes, we saw a little bit of Eve this episode. She is a little bit jealous. You can sense it from her, like it's very subtle, but the answer she gave to Mark, and she was like, I don't even know if I want to be a superhero. That's an interesting thing. Maybe we are gonna follow Eve's journey in that way, where she is kinda trying to understand who she is and who she wants to be and how she wants to continue her life. That would be an interesting journey to follow. Plus, we had little scenes from the new Guardians of the Globe. In this episode, we did not get anything from Black Samson, really, like a little one, or from Shrieking Ray. We got just a little scene from both of them. Once again, Black Samson's scene was connected to him being in the Guardians of the Globe and losing his powers. And it was once again between him and Rex. And then Shrieking Ray just said she cannot believe she's there, or something like this. And that was all we got from them. Nothing from Duplicate whatsoever, just little things, which already gives me an idea that maybe she's not gonna be that much of an important character for the story. And then we got Rex, and we got Monster Girl, and we got Robots. We got the quality content from all three of them. I think the most was Rex, then Robot, and Monster Girl kind of the same way. First of all, there is some kind of a relationship developing between Rex and Monster Girl. Since Monster Girl appeared, her important scenes seem to be always either with Rex or connected to Robot, so maybe there is some kind of a story going on there between three of them. This scene, it seemed like Monster Girl and Rex were flirting a little bit, but not really. I don't see them being a couple or going that way. Rex even mentioned to Robot, and you see how she looks. Rex mentioned to Robot, so I don't think that it's gonna get developed romantically. Maybe, but there gonna be some kind of a story connection there between those two. And then Robot is there. Robot is getting more and more suspicious, but Robot's story so far is present from the second episode to the fourth episode. Whatever I've seen, it's consistent. It just follows a consistent narrative, which once again gives me the idea, it adds to my point that Robot is gonna be important for the story as much as Eve is gonna be important for the story as well, for sure, right? So I think Robot and Eve kinda are on the same level when it comes to the important characters, how they're gonna affect the story. Also, there was an interesting scene between Robot and Rex. Robot kind of was like, leave Monster Girl alone. So Robot gave this interesting speech to Monster Girl about how they are different inside and world sees them the other way, and now he showed the side of protectiveness, to say, over Monster Girl, and it was like, it's an order, Rex, not even like I'm asking you to stay away from her or something, it's an order, the Robot said. And then he pinched Rex and took his blood, and then at the end of the episode he took this blood to someone in this box or whatever it is in the water, looking awful. And then that someone said, okay, phase 1 has started, which is, what is phase 1, what has started? It's interesting. So Robot story for sure seems important. For now, I feel like, okay, the family, Mark, Nolan, Debbie, they obviously are the important characters for the story. Then I would say Robot and Eve are at the same level when it comes to the importance of the characters. Then I would say Cecil is right after them. And yeah, Dark Blood, I don't know. So far, I feel like he has been present since episode 2 as well. He has scenes in all 3 episodes after episode 1, and now it seems like he is out of commission. He got sent by Cecil. F you, Cecil, I don't like you, to hell. Maybe we are gonna follow Dark Blood's story, what's going on in this hell. That would be interesting. Maybe we're gonna see how Dark Blood is gonna find his way back to take revenge on Cecil, or to just make this news known for everyone that Nolan is the one who killed Guardians of the Globe. Hopefully that's gonna be the case, and it's not gonna be something like, okay, Dark Blood is now gone and disappeared. But I feel like the episode's end gave us quite an understanding that Dark Blood is not gonna be just gone, because there was this little scene, after credit scene, where we hear Dark Blood's voice. He says how, something like this. It's in the closet or somewhere in Nolan's house. So I'm interested where his story is going, but he seems important for the story as well. And then I feel like it's Rex and Outer Rex. I feel like they are characters who are gonna be there, but maybe they are not gonna do much for the story development. They're gonna just be used here and there. That's all about that. What else happened in this episode that maybe I want to talk about? I feel like this is it. I'm gonna go and watch after this to take the notes, to write down some things. That's it. I'm gonna say goodbye right now. I'm loving the show so far. It's consistent, it's well written. Let's see how it's gonna go on. But for today, goodbye. You can see my Invincible reactions on every Friday on YouTube. And if you hopefully cannot wait, you can always check my Patreon in the description down below of this video and have a early access to my reactions to Invincible or any other shows I'm doing so far on the channel. Thank you for watching again, and goodbye for now.